Sometimes I feel like the stranger the start, the more fun you have. Let's go. Josh Cumbee here. I am an artist, producer, songwriter from Los Angeles, California. I've had the joy of working with a lot of incredible artists in my career, from Madonna to Olivia Rodrigo. I've had some incredible experiences as an artist, both in my solo project on Avex and as a feature artist with DJs like Armin van Buuren. Today, we're gonna cook up a little musical idea from scratch right here in Studio One. Shout out, great Studio One feature. You don't have to record MIDI. You can just capture it. So I'm not the world's best musician, so a lot of the time when I'm cutting guitars and stuff, I like to get a couple takes until I feel like I've felt it emotionally, and then if there's new problem spots, I comp through from previous ones. So I usually just have takes to layers on, do a couple passes, use a little bit of quantization, and I usually don't like to make it too strong because I don't want to lose that human feel. So I'll set the strength down in the 80s or 70s, depending on what I'm trying to do, pull the threshold back, and then just comp for those areas where I'm getting string rattle or I feel like I kind of lost the vibe a little bit. A lot of analog delay. You're gonna see a lot of analog delay in my session because this is the best delay. And it comes straight out of Studio One. Just juicy and a little flammy in all the right ways. All right. This is sort of an opportunity to see what we can get in the room and see if we can match some of the timing and the articulation just to create something as bespoke as possible and then work the samples around that rather than having to try and make the samples fit into this world. That is so wild. This red light distortion is an absolute personal favorite of mine. It's such a just juicy, fat, nasty distortion. And it gives it so much kind of analog character. It just sounds so much cooler than it did 20 seconds ago.
Won't leave you lonely in your state of mind. I want you all the time. I know it's in my vision. I let you lonely when I fall behind. I want to learn the time. Let you slip right through my fingertips.
Yes, this is gonna be fun. I'm a total sucker for harmonies, and I find it's very inspiring, especially once you find a little hook line to just play around with that. For me, the way that I'm able to do those quickly is by having a template that's really set up.
Right through my fingertips, right through my fingertips, right through my fingertips. Right through my fingertips, right through my fingertips, right through my fingertips.
Let's see how we do. A lot of S's.
Right through my fingertips, right through my fingertips, right through my fingertips.
This is another amazing thing about working in an Aura-enabled DAW. It would be more time-consuming for me to actually go back and recut that vocal than to just quickly melodyne it. And I don't have to capture, transfer, bounce in place, all that stuff. I can just instantly fix it and see if that fixes the problem. Obviously for a lead vocal, maybe get it right. But for background vocals, this saves so much time to be able to move quickly in and out and just field test, is Melodyne gonna fix this issue for me? Just a little. I'm always bouncing down mix downs of selections. I think it's such an amazing tool because it lets you preview things that you want to happen in the track before they happen. So that BV moment that I'm working on at the end, I'm thinking, how do I hear that in this intro, current, temporary, maybe permanent intro? And I can just do a quick mix down and then bring it over and filter it and process it and see if that's a good teaser for what's to come.
Right through my fingertips, right through my fingertips.
I mean, if you can't tell, I have no idea where I'm going. I'm excited about where I am, but I have no idea where it's gonna lead us. There's just something in the air, you know? When you have that first idea, there's something in the air, and for me, I feel like I have to capture everything. I have to suck all that oxygen out of the room and put it into the idea. So, you know, leaving something and coming back later, sometimes that gives you the perspective you need to do it right, but I like to exhaust every last drop of what I feel like is to be kind of mined creatively. And I think sometimes the real sauce is in those transitions and in those aha surprise moments, right? Like there's that French word frisson for when an unexpected thing in music gives you goosebumps. We need some bass. Shout out Aerosub. I see you. That thing is dangerous down there. Look at that guy. Quick note, absolutely love Sample One. If you use Studio One and you don't have a key command set up to quickly sample any region, you totally should. It's a total game changer. Because like I have that little BV section there that I'm loving. Quickly press my little sample, which is Alt-S for me, and then I can pull it in here. You gotta admit, Mojito's got it going on a little bit. There's so much room in the sandbox and there's so much flexibility with audio and with all the tools we have. I gotta confess, while we were setting up, I was getting little bits and just tidbits, you know? Because once again, I could dig through a sample bank for 1,000 years and never find exactly what happened in this room today. Like this. Ridiculous. So we're bringing it back. Technically, that's from before the cameras were rolling, but. I could never have made that on purpose. I had to catch that in the room and then deal with maybe it sounding terrible, and it happened not to. Scratchpad. A lot of people use them for ideas. Love that for them. For me, it's a free little sample bank that I keep on the side in my template. So if I want to dig for a sample and I don't want to actually have to look for it in my samples, I keep my favorite little things off to the side here. Once again, trying not to reuse things, but like, I know I'm always going to want an 808 crash because it's the best crash on earth. I'm always going to want like a splash. And those things are generic enough that I can kind of pull the same ones and affect them based on the song. So I keep those over here in my little scratch pad, pull them out when I feel like it's clever, like right now, and then I don't have to dig for them. They're just waiting for me.
I keep you closer than a state of mind. I feel you all the time. I know you'll never let me miss you. In the morning we'll evaporate. I swear I'll never say I'll let you slip right through my fingertips. Right through my fingertips.
There she is. The truth of the matter is Studio One is not deep into the pool. It's more like an ocean. You kind of can walk in from the beach. You bring your key commands from another DAW. You can bring a lot of your workflows, and you just find that there's more depth and flexibility in every step of your process that allow you to continue to level up. So you never really plateau because of the technology.
In a state of mind, I feel you all the time. I know you'll never let me miss you. In the morning we'll evaporate. I swear I'll never say I'll let you slip right through my fingertips. Right through my fingertips. Right through